So now we have the meiosis cell division. And one more thing I want to say that this was the point of centrosome. There were centrioles, but the point where the spindle fibers attached to the chromosome is known as the kinetochore. So this is centrosome. There are centrioles inside it. There is spindle fiber, and then there is kinetochore, where the spindle fibers attach to the chromosome. Like if this is the chromosome and the spindle fibers attach here and pull, then these points are known as kinetochore. These are plate-like structures. So now meiosis 1 is divided into meiosis is divided into meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Now what is the basic difference between these two? We'll understand process by process. So meiosis 1 is further divided into prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. Meiosis 2 as prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, and telophase 2. Prophase 1 further into, and there are 5 stages in prophase 1. First of all is leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotene, and diakinesis. Now, you need to understand between meiosis, after meiosis 1 has happened, after diakinesis, and then metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1 has happened, and meiosis 2 is about to start, the phase between them is known as interkinesis. Okay, we'll understand this step by step. So first of all, we have meiosis 1, and meiosis 1 has the first step, prophase 1. Prophase 1, leptotene, which is the starting phase. Meiosis 1, prophase 1, leptotene. So now what happens in leptotene, you see, the chromosomes, first of all in prophase 1, see, chromosomes are in this shape. This is the cell, this is the nuclear membrane, there is nucleolus inside this, and then these are the chromatin. It is in this shape. This is chromatin. We can say this is the interphase, like it was in mitosis. In interphase, the chromosome was in this shape. Okay, before prophase 1. Before prophase 1 and interphase, it was in this shape. Now in prophase 1, in leptotene, these get condensed, and they get condensed. Now see, nuclear membrane is still there. In the whole prophase 1, nuclear membrane will be there, because nuclear membrane disappears in metaphase. So now in leptotene, these condensed chromatin, they become in this way, and they form in this form. They are still thin. Now say if you enlarge this, it will be in this shape. If you enlarge this, it will come in this shape as in mitosis, but they are still thin. They appear so thin in leptotene. So I have drawn it in this way. Let us make 2, it will be easier. This is the centromere, and here on the outside are the, let us denote this as centrioles. These are the same centrioles which will form the spindle fibers, but they are outside right now. They are just on one side. They are like in metaphase, they went here, centriole, it went here, and then spindle fiber was formed in metaphase, and right now it is outside. So this is the leptotene. It is very thin. Then it goes into zygotene. So under zygotene, now what happens is these centrioles are still there, and this is the nuclear envelope. There is nucleolus. Now these chromosomes, they become slightly thin, not much thicker, slightly thick. They do not become prominently thick, but they become slightly thick, which are in this shape. Actually the chromosome in this shape, but right now if we see, we'll see it in this shape, in zygotene. And due to this reason, they are known as bivalent, or these are the homologous chromosomes. This is the paternal chromosome, and this is the maternal chromosome. these homologous chromosomes become bivalent. They are the homologous chromosomes. They come close to each other. Okay, these chromosomes in leptotene, they are very thin. They become slightly thick in zygotine and come close to each other. Now the most important phase is the pachytene. In pachytene, what happens is these chromosomes, they become completely thicker, and one more thing, these chromosomes start to cross over each other. These are the homologous chromosomes. Now these homologous chromosomes start crossing over. They become completely thick and crossing over begins. Like see, these both are sister chromatids of each other. These both are sister chromatids of each other. But this and this chromatid are non-sister chromatids. These are the non-sister chromatids. So the non-sister chromatids, they cross over each other. Like these both are sister chromatids of each other. But if another chromosome is there, then this and this are non-sister chromatids of each other. So these non-sister chromatids start crossing over, which is also known as synapsis. Synapsis occurs at pachytene. Crossing over occurs at pachytene. Bivalent occurs at zygotine. Now these non-sister chromatids have started crossing over, due to which variation takes place, evolution takes place. So it is the most important phase. And since now say 1, 2, 3, 4, they are in 4, they can be seen in 4 chromatids, so they are known as tetravalent. This whole is known as tetravalent. These are bivalent, these are tetravalent. And now one more thing happens here, like centriole were on the one side in zygotine. Now these centrioles, they start moving towards the opposite poles, and when they start moving towards the opposite poles, some rays come in between them. These rays are known as astral rays. It means it is just like a projection. This projection help them to go towards the pole, and still there is some fiber between them because they are attached in zygotine. Now there is still fiber between them, between the centrioles, and this fiber is known as spindle fibers. So these fibers are the spindle fibers, which will be formed later on. So right now, first of all, what happened? It was very thin. In zygotine, they became bivalent. They came close to each other. In pachytene, the most important crossing over took place. When crossing over took place, the tetravalents are formed. They became thick, and this is known as synapsis. Even the astral rays are formed, and spindle fibers have started to appear because they are moving towards the opposite poles. So we say in prophase 1, spindle fibers start to appear. They appear in metaphase, but they start to appear in prophase 1. This same phenomenon takes place in metaphase also, but there we do not have to show it. It is not much asked, but in meiosis it is asked, like when is the astral rays seen. So astral rays are also seen in pachytene. Now after this there is diplotene. Now in diplotene what happens is that these both chromosomes, now they start repelling each other. They do not get separated, but they start repelling each other. Like crossing over has took place, but now they have started repelling each other. Okay, suppose they're connected in this place, then they start repelling each other now. Okay, repelling. So repulsion takes place in diplotene. And now this stage where they start repelling each other, it is known as chiasmata. So when is chiasmata observed? Chiasmata is observed in diplotene. Now there is diakinesis. Now you'll understand the difference between diplotene and diakinesis. In diakinesis, what happens is that these both are, this is chiasmata. It can occur anywhere, here, anywhere. But now in the diakinesis, what happens is that they start, the chiasmata, it starts going towards the terminal end. It means this chiasmata starts moving towards the terminal end in order to separate. But still in diakinesis, it is both the chromatids are connected to each other, but chiasmata moves towards the terminal end, due to which this process is known as terminalization. So we can be asked two questions. This chiasmata is observed at which stage? So chiasmata is observed at diplotin, but chiasmata moves towards the poles or terminal end. Chiasmata moves towards the terminal end, which is terminalization. That occurs in diakinesis. So chiasmata observed at diplotin. Chiasmata moves towards the end in diakinesis, which is terminalization. So this was about the prophase 1. Very simple. The chromosomes are yet not separated. The nuclear envelope is still there. Okay. Though the nuclear envelope is still there, in metaphase it will completely become disappeared. So this was about the prophase. Simply, in interphase there is chromatin very much condensed. Then it becomes slightly thicker, or slightly it becomes visible in leptotin. In zygotin, what happens is they become more thicker, they come close to each other. In patching, the tetravalent arises, it gets more thicker. Actually ये दोनों अलग नहीं है. These both are not different. Okay, do not get confused that this became different. This is the same thing, only this is very thin, so thin that we cannot see it. But in patchitin, it becomes prominently seen, and then crossing over takes place, which is synapsis. Even the astral rays are there, and astral rays, they are still moving towards the pole. Even in diplotin, even in diakinesis, they have moved towards the pole. एक दूसरे को रिपल करके यहाँ पे पोल्स की तरफ मूव कर रहे हैं. बीच में स्पेंडल फाइबर है और आगे लीड कर रहा है एस्ट्रल रेज. So after this, in diplotin, this repulsion takes place, and that point is known as chiasmata. And now chiasmata moves towards the end in diakinesis. So this was about the prophase 1. Now metaphase 1. अब देखो diakinesis में कैसा बना है. So this is the nuclear envelope. The chromosomes are in this way. Here is the point of repulsion, chiasmata. Nuclear envelope is there. Nucleolus is there. Astral, it means centrioles are there. Centrioles connected to each other via spindle fibers. These are the centrioles. These are the chromosomes. This is about the diakinesis. Diakinesis के बाद ऐसा cell बनता है. After diakinesis, this type of cell is formed. Now what happens? Now it undergoes metaphase 1. It undergoes metaphase 1. Now in metaphase 1, again similar things happen. Not the same, but similar. This nuclear envelope disappear, nucleolus disappear completely, and these chromosomes, they arrange in a metaphagic plate. But यहाँ पे ध्यान देने वाला बात क्या है कि they are still connected. Remember, they are still connected at the end. They are not separated yet. They are arranged in this metaphagic plate, and spindle fibers have formed now. Spindle fibers have formed. They have been attached. These are the centrioles inside the centrosome. Astral rays बाहर की तरफ अब ऐसे रहता है. These are astral rays बाहर की तरफ रहता है. पहले तो वो लीड कर रहा था, अभी बाहर की तरफ ऐसे रहता है astral rays. This is metaphase 1. So again it is aligned in a metaphagic plate in metaphase 1. Now it undergoes anaphase 1, similar to mitosis, not completely same, similar. Why similar, not same? Because now see, अब क्या होता है, अगर ये normal mitosis होता, what would happen? In normal mitosis क्या होता है, like we saw, they arranged in a metaphagic plate. Now they became half. This half went this side, and this half went this side. This half on this side, this half on this side. So it became half, 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 half. है ना, half हो गया. This was the normal mitosis. But in meiosis, what happens? Now they get separated. What gets separated? These both get separated. These both get separated, and then one chromosome moves towards this end, one chromosome moves towards this end. Okay, one chromosome is moving towards this end, and one chromosome towards this end. We have 26 sets of chromosomes. 23 sets of chromosomes. 23 sets of chromosomes. It means 46 chromosomes. तो 23 इधर जाने लगते हैं, 23 इधर आने लगते हैं. Okay, half half. Now in telophase 1, again this is the cell, nuclear envelope, they come back, and now we have the chromosome in this way, क्योंकि आधा आधा हो गया. nuclear envelope has come back in telophase 1. You can even draw in this shape as we draw in mitosis. It doesn't matter, the main thing is this inside one कि अब ये इधर चला गया, ये इधर चला गया, आधा आधा हो गया. Okay, and now again cytokinesis 1 happens. Cytokinesis 1 because cytokinesis will again happen in meiosis 2 also. So cytokinesis 1 happens, and then two cells are formed with this type of structure. This type of structure. So now what you see, these are haploid cells, isn't it? क्योंकि पेरेंट्स में, इफ यू सी पेरेंट वाज इन दिस शेप, इसी को एनलार्ज करके देखते हैं. इफ वी एनलार्ज दिस वी कैन से दैट पेरेंट वाज इन दिस शेप, क्योंकि यही तो एनलार्ज होके बना है ना, यही एनलार्ज होके ऐसा बना है ना. भले एनलार्ज पैचिटिन में हो, वी आर जस्ट कंपेयरिंग. पेरेंट में ऐसा था एंड इन द चाइल्ड इट इज इन दिस वे. इट मीन्स नाउ यू सी वन थिंग, chromosome number is the same, sorry, DNA number is the same, DNA amount is the same, 1 2 1 2, DNA amount वही है 1 2. Okay, DNA amount is same, but chromosome has become half now. See, this was diploid, 2 set of chromosome was there, 2 set of chromosome, now only 1 set of chromosome is there, so it became haploid. So this happens in sex cells, or sex cells are also known as allosomes. This happened in allosome. The diploid became the haploid. Leave about DNA number, we read about DNA number and all the process in the previous video. You just have to learn about the process here. Like diploid became haploid, these are the cells formed after meiosis 1. Now they will undergo meiosis 2, which is again similar to mitosis. Meiosis 2 is similar to mitosis. ज़्यादा difference नहीं है. Meiosis 1 is different, but meiosis 2 जो है ना mitosis जैसे है. You'll see right now. Now let's take one cell. दोनों सेल क्यों करने, एक ही सेल के करते हैं. Both will go under the same process, but let's see one cell. So this is one cell enlarged. This is the cell. अब इन दोनों के बीच में एक रेस्टिंग फेज होता है. meiosis 2 स्टार्ट होने से पहले and meiosis 1 एंड होने के बाद. meiosis 1 एंड होने के बाद and meiosis 2 स्टार्ट होने से पहले there is a phase which is the resting phase known as interkinesis. I told you interkinesis, the resting phase. Now this will undergo, this is meiosis 2. So again, first of all, prophase 2 will happen, then metaphase 2 will happen, anaphase 2 will happen, telophase 2 will happen. So it will undergo prophase 2. So what happens in prophase 2? Nuclear membrane starts to disappear, nucleolus starts to disappear, these become prominently thick. This is prophase 2. Okay, these are the cells undergo prophase 2. The nuclear membrane and all started to disappear. Now it undergoes metaphase 2. This is prophase 2. Metaphase 2. Metaphase 2 में again what happens? It aligns in the middle. अब यहाँ पे एक क्रोमोसोम दिख रहा है, तो यहाँ पे many chromosomes ना, these all chromosomes align in the middle. इसमें भी बहुत सारे क्रोमोसोम है, इसमें भी बहुत सारे क्रोमोसोम है. Okay, set of chromosome is one, but there are many chromosomes. Okay, set of chromosome is one. Like इसमें set of chromosome was 2, 2 के सेट में था, इसमें एक ही के सेट में होगा, but नंबर तो साथ है ना. So now these all arise. अगर यहाँ पे हम लोग 6 बनाए होते तो यहाँ पे 3 आता है ना. If we would have made 6 here, then 3 आता है, so 3 बनाते. But we have made only 1 chromosome. We are demonstrating only 1 chromosome to make it easier. So 1 chromosome here. Spindle fibers are formed. Anaphase 2. Again, I told you it is similar to mitosis. वही चीज है. It starts dividing. Mitosis जैसे divide हो गया आधा आधा, moving towards the poles, and again in telophase, nuclear membrane reappears, and now cytokinesis 2 happens and cell divides, and this is formed. This is the final result of meiosis 2. The entire meiosis का final result ये है. Okay, this is the final result of meiosis 2. Now again we'll revise. Prophase 1, leptotene, it became slightly condensed. Homologous chromosomes. Now zygote में homologous chromosomes came closer to each other. पैचिटिन में क्रॉसिंग ओवर टुक प्लेस, डिप्लोटिन में chiasma is formed, and in dikinesis chiasma moves towards the end terminalization. Still they are connected in metaphase 1. Now what happens, they align in the metaphase